Welcome back to more Cthulhu. Now, coming inside this hut. Oh. Okay, never mind. Nothing up there, I don't think. Oh, okay. It's a long journey back to the house. Anything through here?
This gate is locked.
Ah, fair enough. Good job we checked though, just to make sure.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker. Still faithful to his employees, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm down, and finally get hold of the key to Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place.
Let's kind of hope so.
Light on.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Look for the obvious things. But not everything is that obvious.
What kind of meat is this?
Nothing else there. I'm double checking absolutely everywhere. Up.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
This would be Sarah.
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat, or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Of course, has to be thunder right then. So you can see what I mean about the Sherlock Holmes style of seeing little things.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way.
Wow.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way.
It's nice just to double check these things.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
That's 10 o'clock, I believe.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Got all of them? Just want to double check. I think we've got everything.
Did someone escape the fire?
So every nook and cranny. Everything can be important. Oh, yep.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Good. Got everything then. Pays to really be particular, doesn't it?
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
The clues don't match, yeah.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Charles sure liked that drink.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
True, to an extent.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I'm sorry, Bradley. It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Okay.
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. I see no reason to doubt his word.
So be it. Let's move on.
Called by the lamp. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
Couple had a fight.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Okay, let's have a look. Huh? Oh, okay. Right. Um... Let's give psychology 1. Okay. Oops. Too far. The Hawkins mansion is perched at the top of the steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbours the graves of the Hawkins family, and the only caretaker still roams this old bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers in the graves. A gloomy place. Contradicting the police report, the Hawkins drawing room tells a totally different version of the fire that claimed the whole family, beginning with the presence of a handprint that shows up the possible survivor. The bodies of Charles and Sarah Hawkins left no mark on the floor, nor, to that matter, the drawing room. contrary to that of the child, still visible close to the fireplace. The same goes for the glass shards on the floor. A close inspection reveals the presence of blood on several of them. On the wall, the very clear mark left by the painting found in the Hawkins warehouse confirms that the Hawkins case could be much more than a domestic incident. A domestic accident. Yeah.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Gotta check them. That's the main thing, though. History of medicine. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I get what that's going on. Excuse me. So we actually define books on it before we can improve it. Okay. Oh well. Now we know.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Okay. So we can't go up there yet. Alright. Not to worry.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Wow. Curious.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Oh, that's just a reflection. Okay, no worries. Oh.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Wow. That's fairly dated. Considering. To analysis. Ah. Yeah, right. Detailed treatise on the particular human animal world. Huh. Okay. Ah, that's the medicine, is it?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Nothing else there. Okay, let's head upstairs then.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Excuse me.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Very true. I've actually heard about that. I've never read it, but I've heard about the book. I actually thought it was more mythology, so... Oh, turns out that it's not. I'll be damned. What the hell?
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I've always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in your care. Excuse me. But you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Yours, respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Anton Wellard. Or Wellard. So where's that cop gone? I'm not asking about this. Still down there, okay. That looks very much like a I remember that from a movie, I just can't remember what it is though.
Did you hear that?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest.
Okay. This again. She was a very avid artist, wasn't she?
Locked.
Okay, well. Oh. What the hell?
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Interesting.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Okay.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Wow.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
In the boys' room, an abandoned book on the bed and toys scattered on the ground talk about the everyday life of a normal family. But the disturbing drawings and sleeping pills raise suspicions that even Simon Hawkins may have been suffering from mental illness. Was the boy able to see things, like her mother pretended to be?
Locked.
Office key. I'm not exactly sure what that opens, but... that was... okay. How about that? Oh my god. Talk about the occult. Wow. That takes it to a whole new level, that does.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
I'll tell you, if anyone doesn't understand, that this may not look like a lot of money, but back then, like, even like 80 to 100 years ago, if not more, if you had 200 then that would excuse me, I think that's the equivalent to like 30,000, 20 to 30,000 in money, in currency nowadays, I think. I'm not exactly sure.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. The door is blocked on the other side.
Okay. Nothing I can search for. Alright. Usually means there's more. Oh, okay.
What will her room reveal about her? Perfect. Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
They are depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that I know something. Okay, wow. So incredibly strong medicines. Is there a bloody light in here we can use? By any remote chance? What are we missing? There's definitely something in here. Just don't know what. Come on, Glue. Come out, wherever you are. There's some small detail we're missing, but I can't find it. All this is annoying me. Come on. What are we missing? What incredibly obvious thing we are.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Okay. 6 hours. Okay.
Such an excessive dose. Either this man is a charlatan, or Sarah's condition is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Alright, well I think we've got everything in here, so let's get out of here. Oh my god. That's never a good sign.
This door is locked.
So what are we gonna do? So what are we supposed to do from here? That's what I'm confused about.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
I must be missing something. The manor. something about the light. There's something we must be missing here. But I don't know what it is. It says you need the light to see something. But what? I'm totally lost here. I am totally and utterly lost. That's the issue right now, is I'd love to save it. So... are we missing something?
This door is locked.
Okay, so... supposed to be a key or something? Strange. I may have to end it and just try and find out what's going on here at some point, because this is just ridiculous. Wow. Okay, everyone. I'm actually going to end this part here. I'm now completely and utterly lost. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Excuse me. I'm going to have a look while I'm not recording, look around. See what I'm supposed to be doing. If anything turns up, I will let you know what happened. So I'll see you next time for more Call of Cthulhu.